Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. If you're about to head off to college, you're kicking off one of the most exciting times of your life. And a huge part of that new independence? Learning how to manage your own money. It's an absolutely essential skill, and we're going to get you started on the right foot. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Bills, budgets, loans, it can all sound pretty overwhelming, especially if you're doing it all for the first time. But I want you to look at it this way. This isn't about restriction. It's about freedom. Seriously, getting a handle on your finances is your ticket to making the choices you actually want to make. So, to make this super simple, we've put together a financial playbook. Think of this explainer as your coach, giving you 5 foundational plays that are going to put you in control of your financial future, both in college and way beyond. Ready? Let's jump into play number 1. First up, and this is probably the most important play in the entire book, you've got to create your budget. This is the bedrock of everything else we're going to talk about today. It's your game plan. So what even is a budget? Okay, don't let the word scare you off. It's just a plan for your money. It's a tool that helps you see exactly where your cash is coming from and where it's going. Think of it as just information, no judgment allowed. And making one is actually incredibly straightforward. First, you add up all your income. That's money from jobs, financial aid, maybe some help from family. Then you track every dollar you spend. The final step is simple but so powerful. You just subtract your expenses from your income. That one number tells you everything. Are you in the black with a surplus or in the red with a deficit? And here's where a lot of people find some surprising power. Tracking the small stuff. You know, that daily coffee, the late night snack from the vending machine, that app you totally forgot you were paying for, it adds up so fast. But here's the good news. Because these things are small, they're also the easiest places to make little tweaks that can have a huge impact on your bottom line. Okay, let's move on to our next play. See how this builds? Once your budget shows you where your money is going, play number 2 is all about deciding what's most important to you. This next step is really about one simple thing, separating your essentials from your non-essentials, your needs from your wants. Things like rent, utilities, and groceries. These are the things you have to pay for, no matter what. Everything else, like going to the movies or buying new stuff, comes second. The golden rule here? Essentials always get paid first. But listen, prioritizing doesn't mean you can never have any fun. I absolutely love this quote from our source material. Think of your budget like a healthy diet. You can't just deprive yourself completely, right? You just give up. So allowing for some cheat meals, a reasonable amount of spending on things you enjoy, actually makes you way more likely to stick to the plan. It's all about finding that balance. All right, on to play number 3. So far, we've covered your offense, how you plan and spend your money. Now let's talk defense. This play is all about building a safety net to protect you when life, throws you a curveball. And that safety net has a name. It's called an emergency fund. It's basically a savings account that you do not touch unless there is a true emergency. I'm talking about an unexpected car repair, a sudden medical bill, the kind of stuff you can't plan for, but that can completely derail your finances if you're not ready. So how big does the safety net need to be? Well, the standard goal is to save up about 3 to 6 months worth of your essential living expenses. Now look, that number might seem huge right now, and that's totally okay. The key is just to start. Set aside a little bit from each paycheck or any extra cash you get. Consistency is what really matters here, and you'll be amazed at how fast it can grow. Okay, let's talk about a tool that can be incredibly useful, but also incredibly dangerous if you're not careful. Play number 4 is your strategy for handling credit cards. And really, how you answer this question makes all the difference. Used responsibly, a credit card is a fantastic tool for building your credit history. But if you're not wise about it, it can become a high-interest debt trap that is really hard to escape. The secret is just understanding how they actually work. Check this out, because this is so important. Let's say you've got a $1,000 balance on your card. If you only make that minimum payment they ask for, a huge chunk of your money, sometimes as much as 85% of it, goes straight to paying interest, not to paying down what you actually owe. It's a cycle that keeps you in debt for years and makes you pay way more in the long run. So what's the secret? It's this golden rule right here. Treat your credit card like it's a debit card. Only charge what you know you have the cash to cover, and then, this is the important part,
Pay the entire balance off every single month. If you do that, you will never pay a single dime in interest.
All right, let's move to our fifth and final play. Now, for a lot of students, this is the biggest financial product they'll ever deal with, so it's absolutely vital to get this right. We're talking about student loans.
Before you sign on that dotted line, you have to do your homework and get crystal clear answers on 3 key things. Number 1, what is the interest rate? 2, what are the repayment terms, like how long do you have to pay it back and when do the payments start? And 3, are there any other fees attached? Knowing this stuff up front will save you from major headaches down the road.
And here's a pro tip from our source that could save you a ton of money. Even though most student loans don't require you to make payments while you're still in school, if you can, think about doing it anyway. Even just making small payments can help lower the amount of interest that builds up, which means you'll owe less when you graduate. It's a huge win.
And there you have it. That's 5 core plays for your financial playbook. Create a budget, prioritize your spending, build that safety net, master your credit, and understand your loans. You now have the fundamentals to set yourself up for real financial success.
So you have the knowledge, you have the strategy. The playbook is officially in your hands. The only question left is, what's your first move going to be? Thanks for tuning in to The Explainer.